Hey, what's up guys? So, excuse the video in the background. I just want to do a quick video of, I guess, my completed build because I can't figure out what to do else on her. I mean, the legs are, the only way that she can really stand is if you put her in the pose like this to where it's all in her heels. So, that was a little finicky to get, and then you have to keep her torso like, I mean, you don't have to, but it's highly suggested. Then the leg pulls ability, if I can show with one hand, it can go that far up. I mean, if you consider it straight from my fingers already here, it's not bad, but it's not amazing. But I mean, without the body glove, of course, it can go 360. Then it can go back to about. I wish I got my tripod, but I'll show it better later on. Then this is the arm glove, and do know that you do have to paint the arm glove. They don't give you a separate part like the rest of it. And the reason I didn't put this on or the back on is because it didn't fit. It didn't seem right. And then this is the one I messed up, that there's no way it's gonna hold the weight of the arm. And this arm, I have to give kudos. It has the best posability that even some Gundam kits can't get, because yes, it can't lift its shoulder, but I mean, it kind of compensates for it in that way, and then also shows a little tendon, which is cool as heck. There's a little bicep rotation, but if you want to get rid of the seam, then you can do that, but I'm not. So this is one pose I'm going to leave it in. The head, oh my gosh. And don't push on these because this popped off with the glue I put on, so yeah. The head can go down that far without the white glove, go back all the way. Then the way that they did it is that you have a ball and socket. The little nub, or not the nub, the protrusion out of the neck, that is a whole piece with a ball joint at the top, and that is the joint is just, or the cup I should say, is not the cup, the socket, ball and socket, there we go. The socket is a whole separate piece. You have to cut and shave down a little bit. Do mention not do it too much, but do just enough to where it can pop in. Mine is popping out just a tad. And that might affect me a little bit. Again, with the torso, it's like, I mean, cool, but I mean, it looks great, I gotta say. It's not too bad. The bend in the elbow, go all the way. Oh, yeah, and the connection, it's that small, pops off very, very easily. But then, since it pops off very easily, it goes back in very easily, and then since it's off, I'm just going to show you. I would recommend to fill this in, put your own 3mm hole in there, and then resize it to whichever size you drill into the wrist, just so you can customize it that way. It's very easy, very simple, probably the easiest, oh my gosh, probably the easiest part of this kit. And even though I can say like the head was, gluing on the face looked straight wasn't the easiest, and I threw away 2 parts. So they give you 2 clear parts. One for the top of the head, one for the eyes, which I accidentally threw away because it looked like trash. So, by no means, then again, I drilled too much through the chest, so that's why that's like that. The knees are fine. Probably one of the best parts of the kit. But do know that even though I glued it, put putty on it, they still split. So you have to put some like industrial graded glue on here, or else it won't work. And then, amazing. Like, I'm not gonna bash that. That's splendid. There's nothing wrong with it, but now I have to figure out how to stand it. But I'll do after the video. There's a itty bitty little tiny toe band that is insignificant, because guess what happens when we put it on the toes? Toes might want to pop off, or guess what? It's not going to stand, obviously. All the way it has to go in the heels. Then this is the, not shin, like the carpal carpal. I forget the term, but that should cover this whole part going into the toe, but of course that doesn't work. The reason why I don't have the shin guard on or the ankle guard on is because if I put it on, it's gonna be stuck in one pose. And then the other thing with the knees, there are two pieces or three. One that goes in, held in by a peg that doesn't really want to stay in the hole. And then this little guard piece that's supposed to stay on the rubber part. And then this piece that has a hole that goes into a belt right here. It stays on fine, but do glue it or else it's just going to be a slip hazard all the time. This out of the glue, this out of the glue, this out of the glue, this out of the, everything out of the glue. Like, to be honest, this is just a glue heavy kit. Especially the heel, man, that did not want to stay on. Like I said in the earlier video, do have to cut the ankle glove just so it can fit on. And then you can figure out how to put it on later. Again, I'll do it again. Thinking of getting another one. Some of the best details of Prototype Zero, I gotta say. And then top of the shoulder, that's supposed to be where the arm binders go. I didn't clean up. I don't want to. Oh wow. And yes, the head does rotate. Since it is on the ball and socket, does look up, does look down. It has a. I would suggest to be careful because it doesn't feel safe to do this. Like, it feels, oh, is that supposed to do that? Okay, it's on the ball and socket, so ball and socket here, ball and socket here, ball and socket there, swivel joints here, swivel point here, and that is it. A lot of articulation in this kit, a lot of opportunity. A lot. I love it. But oh my gosh, the amount of work you have to put into it, the amount of dedication that I'm gonna have to figure out. Do this. It's gonna be worthwhile. This is just the prototype. I'm not gonna do any more. This will be the starting point. The guy that I got it from is selling another one. But I just want to say, don't buy one until I make a good enough video to where I can tell you guys, if you follow me, then you can do it right, or even better than me. Because again, I'm gonna have to spend almost 200 bucks to just test again. Basically, learn from your failure. Nope, don't like that. Learn from everything. This is a beautiful kit. A lot of work needs to be put into it, but it's worth it. Oh yeah, and just when you put putty into there, don't scrape the whole thing. Like, don't go with the knife and just go under it. Just go at the top little by little. Use sandpaper if you have to, because my gosh, I freaking ripped it out of the holes. And like, I know glue's supposed to be there, so that can also be a problem, but then it's like, I did all that work and then there are just gaps that need to be filled again if I was going to work on it. And then also, these two parts were not properly sized, or maybe one is higher than the other, so that's going to be work. But again, I'm just going to leave it over here. That's my Banshee, and just to know where I came from when I build again, just that I learned this is just a prototype. So thank you for watching. I don't know when it's gonna come. If you guys want to see other Gundams I have, I am building the Perfect Raid right now. That's gonna be a full custom. I have Destiny, and a few others. So if you want to see what I'm doing with them, do say. I'll gladly post a video of each of them, especially Perfect